Hey, what is going on, guys? It's Young here, and today I'm back in another Fortnite video. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys a very important and mostly overlooked strategy that's going to help you guys win a lot more gunfights and a lot more games here in this season. This is something that I've been doing quite a bit past couple of days, and it's been super effective. I've been able to win a lot more gunfights and just run through players and run through squads very quickly. And before we get into the video, I'm going to be giving away 2,000 V-Bucks. So if you guys want a chance to enter this giveaway and win some free V-Bucks, all you guys need to do is to drop a like on this video. Make sure you guys do subscribe to the channel, turn on post notifications, and as well leave a comment down below of either your Xbox gamer tag, your PSN gamer tag, or Epic account. And you guys will automatically be entered into my next giveaway. So if you guys want some free V-Bucks, make sure you guys do enter the giveaway. And alright guys, let's go right to the video. Alright, so in this video, I'm going to show you guys a simple strategy and technique that you guys can start using. It's very simple to do and it's extremely effective, and it will cause you to win a lot more games and a lot more gunfights very easily here in Fortnite. So for me, I play quite a bit of solos. I usually play a lot of it on stream. And in solos, one thing I did notice is people tend to play quite a bit slower, and the gunfights usually end up getting dragged out. And back in the season 7 days with Siphon, you get the HP and mass per kill. It wasn't really much of a problem because you can just rush around and pretty much be as reckless as you want to. But one thing I've had to start doing a lot more recently, especially this season, is I've had to play a lot smarter in a way that I can't really just rush every single fight that I want to, because before, it used to be totally cool. You could just rush around, even if you got hit by a trap. I mean, as soon as you kill the guy, you're going to get more HP. So, I mean, you could literally play however you wanted to, how quick or how slow. Didn't really make a difference. You're going to get HP and mats very easily. But the problem with dragged out gunfights, it usually leads to a lot of getting third-partied and just you burn all your mats, burn all your HP, and you're just not having a good time. So, one thing that I started doing that has really helped win the gunfights a lot quicker and has caused me to win a lot more games, because when you drag gunfights out, like I said, you lose a lot of HP, lose a lot of mats, and you have such a less chance of winning the game when you just drain all of your materials on one fight. So one thing I've been doing, and you'll see me do it quite a few times here in these clips, I just have a bunch of clips from my last stream of me just running around destroying all the players I was going against. But the one thing I've been doing that's been very, very effective and very important is before I challenge a gunfight, I used to just, like I said, back in the season 7 days, rush, play however I want to play. But now, because of the way people help slowly play and, you know, all of the above, one thing I've been doing that has really benefited me quite a bit is before I challenge, before I take shots at the other player, I really sometimes, even if I see the other player, I'll give it a few seconds, try to get the best look possible so I can chip off as much damage as possible before I end up challenging the rest of the fight. And so the best way to do that is when you see another player, you really want to take a lot of things into consideration, because a lot of times, like I said before, I challenge however I wanted to play. So if I just saw a guy in the distance, I would try to take a couple shots before I rush over. But really, it's not very effective. It doesn't really work at all, because here's what's going to happen, right? So you're gonna get a few shots on the other player, and more than likely they're gonna have minis either way. So basically all you're doing is just telling them where you are. So if you're trying to shoot them from a very large distance and you really don't have the best angle, all you're doing is maybe chipping off a little bit of HP, and then they're just popping more minis. So you're basically where you started out, because if you had 150 HP, you hit them twice, they just pop a couple minis. They're back at 150, and so at that point the other player knows exactly where you are, meaning they have every single, the fight's basically 100% fair. You want to make the fight unfair as possible, and the way you do that is you have a major HP advantage. So even like right here, before I just killed the guy with the pistol, I know I just cut to the point where I killed him, but I actually saw the guy in the distance probably a little bit of time before I actually took the shots. I waited for him to get pretty much in just like a simple standing position, because when he was mining the wall, because when people mine walls, people mine trucks, they usually, or whenever they're farming, a lot of times they're standing still or they're not moving very much. And I waited very patiently, waited for him to get in that kind of position, and then I took my shots. And even if I wasn't able to kill him right away, he would have been easily on 20 HP, and I would have won the gunfight no problem. So me being patient, me waiting for him to just, I guess, stand still just for a quick second, allowed me to do quite a bit of damage very quickly. And it's not going to work every single time, and it works very well if the other player doesn't know where you're at, because if they're running in a direction where you know they're going to see you, then you might as well just take the shot. It's not going to make that much of a difference. But if you do see people in the distance, or you see someone, but you maybe have a little bit of it, like a weird angle, like a tree's covering them, or maybe just like a car, or anything in the game is just slightly blocking your view, then your best position, like right here, I waited for that guy to just get into the open. I lined up my shot, and I absolutely ripped that guy with my assault rifle. And that's kind of the whole thing I'm talking about, and why it's super effective is because when you catch people off guard in this game, a lot of people don't have like the quickest reaction time. Especially in pubs and arenas, it's a little bit more. But even still, when you are going against these players, you're going to be doing a significant amount of damage before the fight even begins. And after, if I'm able to chip off 100, 120 damage off the start of the fight, all I have to do is play aggressive, and I'm going to win that fight 9 times out of 10. Because if I rip off their HP and I play very aggressive to the point where they're not able to just pop all their heals, I mean, my chances of winning that gunfight are just going to go through the roof. It's going to be very easy, and I'm going to be able to clutch out the game much easier. So waiting and being patient can just be a major advantage in this game, because I used to do that quite a bit back in like Season 5. Season 6, but I kind of lost it because with the Season 7, Season 8, I just played as aggressive as possible because I was going to get HP no matter what, and I was going to get matched from the kill. I really didn't have to worry about people boxing up too much because I played a lot of duos and squads, but especially when I'm playing solos and people play a little bit slower, then you definitely want to play a little bit smarter than you normally would, and doing so is going to give you an advantage in this game. And this is going to be true especially for those of you guys who play on controller and use Legacy, so use the L2 spam, quote unquote, the L2 spam aim assist. I mean, you're going to be winning so many gunfights very easily because you're going to have more than enough time to line up your shot. And especially if you got like an AUG or even a FAMAS, if they gotta stand still for 2 seconds like he's popping minis, if he's mining a tree, whatever the case may be, I mean, you're going to easily hit them for 100 damage, maybe triple headshot. I mean, you're gonna piss a lot of PC players and other controller players off just because you're going to absolutely rip them of just all their HP, because as soon as the other player knows where you are, it's not even in the best interest to even take an AR shot. And the reason being, in solos, I've noticed, and I guess really any game mode, a lot of people carry snipers. So if the other player already knows where you are and they're from a distance, it's best to not even attempt to challenge your assault rifle, because a lot of times if they have a sniper rifle and you're trying to get shots at them so you're trying to shoot them with your AR and they have a sniper, a lot of times it's just not going to work out very well. You're just gonna have a really, really bad time in that fight. More than likely going to get sniped for 200 damage. So being patient and then lining up your shot before you shoot, just like right there, made me able to just fry that guy of his HP and win the gunfight even easier before. Because if I would have rushed him before he got any, or before, if I would have rushed that guy before I even got a shot, or maybe he got off some heals, just like the gunfight he was in, I mean, it would have lasted quite a bit longer, other than the quick 2-second, 3-second gunfight of me just shooting him from the back, shooting him from an angle he didn't realize. And I know I'm just showing clips right here, but a lot of my gunfights, I see the player quite a bit in advance, but I'm waiting to get a little bit closer. I'm waiting to get a little bit better angle before I challenge. That way, so when I know I go for my shots, I'm already ready to challenge in the fight. I'm ripping him for 100 damage right off the start, and it just puts me at a severe advantage in the game. So that is going to be my number one tip, and this is something that I've really noticed a lot more in Chapter 2, because as I mentioned earlier, back in previous seasons like 7, or with the Siphon, a lot of you guys did play in those seasons, which the greatest seasons of all time, of course. But back in those seasons, you really could get away with a lot more than now, just because of the way people play. And maybe, I don't know, in a lot of those seasons I played a lot of duos, solo duos, solo squads, duo squads. So maybe people played a little bit different than now in solos. But either way, here in Chapter 2, playing patient, waiting to get the right shot on the other player to hit for as much damage as possible has been a very, very effective strategy that I've been using for the past couple of days. It's one of those things like I did in the past, but then I kind of just forgot about, because with all the updates, all the changes, the meta's changed, and you really do forget about the old tips that you used to use but weren't effective for a little bit of time, and then now they are effective again. So always being prepared, always looking at the meta, always looking to change your play style and change the way you play can be a very good way to improve and a very good way to win a lot more gunfights and just win a lot more games here in this season. And with that being said, that's a wrap up for this video. If you guys enjoyed this video, if you guys liked it, make sure you guys do drop a like, make sure you guys do subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Turn on my post notifications so you guys are notified for every single new video. And alright guys, I'll see you next video.